hair, makeup, sound, action, camera. Looks like we're good to go. Good morning. It's been busy. It's been busy. I just barely made it here in time this morning. Just barely made it. Yeah, the rain's gone. I don't know if this is it now. Is autumn here or not? I really don't know. I hesitate to make a prediction here. For all I know, there's 6 more typhoons out there. Going by the calendar, it should be the end of it. That endless rain yesterday should have been the end of it. It was incredible. We had more rain yesterday here in Tokyo than we had during the major typhoon a couple of weeks ago. It was insane yesterday. Bouncing. People finished the print party. They got their umbrellas. They couldn't leave. It was bouncing so hard. Okay, a bit of a different stream today. I don't know, whatever. I've got carving, what I'm supposed to do. It's Saturday here, so as you can see, the camera's outside. Cameron will not be here. He's at home for the weekend. But we have something else I'm going to need to chat with you about. I really should also get some work done. I need a bit of assistance here. I need some testing, some site testing. One day last week we talked about the idea that because the 5th anniversary is coming up next week, that it will be kind of a neat idea to do something about it, to make some noise and, have some fun and attract some attention and give away some prints. So I've spent my spare time the last couple of days working on that. And I think it's ready for testing. Which means there's only 50 bucks still left, or whatever, I don't know. I got it ready last night, I went to bed. And I thought, so wait, let's give it one last check. I'm going to throw it to the guys in the stream today for testing, but before I do, let me just give it one more run around. So I opened the page this morning, tried to log in, and it crashed. So much for late night programming last night. So while I was stuffing my face with my breakfast this morning, granola dribbling down my chin, and the JavaScript code. How to start your day, stress-free start to the day. Well, I found it was a problem with the... Okay, hi. So anyway, let's get to it. If you've got some time, or if you have the ability to open a browser window while you're also watching the stream, or you can abandon this and go and check. The 5th anniversary caption contest website is now open for testing. And I have no way, I haven't got a smartphone, so I have no way to test this on a phone. I've just tested it on my browser. Let me pop the URL in here. Where am I? Here's the website. And before I show it to you, a couple of things. I know there's a database attached to it. People will, send captions in. They will do ranking of the captions, stuff like this. All that data at the moment is in test mode. So if you do have a really, really, really good idea for a caption here, maybe don't put it in just yet, because when I start this thing live later today or tomorrow, I'm going to flush the database and we're going to start all over again. So this is in test mode. So anything that you put in right now is going to be erased. Your login will stay, but all the caption data and the likes and all that kind of stuff will be set to 0 when we go live. So you can type in anything you want today without worry. It's just for the testing period. There is the website. And as I mentioned the other day, you have to create a login to be able to do this. In order for people to join a contest, we have to know who they are. And also the system has to know who you are, because you're not allowed to like your own caption once you've put it in. So you'll need to make a login for the site. You'll see the button there. And then after that, it should just keep you logged in all the time. There's an automatic remember me for any given device. It's a nice day out there, isn't it? Look at that. Nice day. A little bit worried with the camera outside. I might get peed on. That little dog there in the corner. Who knows? Anyway, you guys can test, and I will carve. It's better if I don't talk too much about it. You just explore it by yourself instead of me trying to explain. If there's parts that are hard to understand, it's better if you struggle through it by yourself. And then let me know. it's gone quiet. Everybody's over there testing. Good, good, good. That's what I need. There's footsteps going up behind me. Did we see somebody come in? Was it suicide? I didn't hear. Somebody's upstairs now. Are the prints from the Maiden in the Water video still available to buy? Yes, they're in the catalog. If you go to the mokohongkong.com website, look in the prints section, you'll see it. It's not called Young Girl in the Water anymore. We had to retitle it. It's called, I forget what it's called, but it's on the website. It's in the hungerclub.com. Website unable to handle this request. Did we crash it? It should be, I don't know, let's see. Okay, I'm loading it. Let's see, it loads for me. Let's try voting on a caption. Yes, it voted for a caption for me. It seems to be up and running here. Yeah, it's okay for me. Maybe there's a timeout issue, I'm not sure. It could be that all of a sudden, you know, I sent this out so all of a sudden, all at once. But the web hosting service we're using is pretty robust. Pretty robust. Not sure how to read one of these characters here. 16, 18. PC, Firefox, log in, goes to blank page, whatever. Make these reports here, guys. I can't, copy and sit here fixing the website at the moment, but thanks for the reports. I'll have a look at some of these. I tested like crazy last night, but obviously you can't test everything else yourself, so. There's no way to undo votes, no. And you can vote for the same caption more than once if you like, it doesn't matter. You can't vote for your own captions. Maybe there needs to be more explanation about this, I guess, whatever. No sound. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I have sound here. My mic is showing. Yeah, you can't. If you don't sign in, nothing works, of course. Right, so anyway, okay. 2 captions for the same image. The first caption got replaced with the second. I want to get in there and try and fix these right now, but I can't muck with that at this point. So we'll consider this the first round of testing. Let me know what happens, what mistakes you make. I'll fix it, and maybe on Monday morning we'll have another round if I fixed everything. We'll see. Thanks for your patience with it. As far as the browsers go, there should be no reason at all for a different browser not to work with it. It's just standard, very, very, very standard stuff. There should be no browser-dependent stuff in there at all, I think. We had an interesting visit yesterday from a printmaker from California, from San Jose, I think he lives. And I've known of him for years. We've communicated with each other by email for, I don't know, 15 years or something, but I've never actually had a chance to meet him before. Came to drop by and say hello yesterday and chat about ideas and stuff. And he does an interesting thing with his printmaking. He makes, prints himself, puts them in galleries and stuff. But what he also does is I was going to say teach. He doesn't teach it per se, as in teaching people how to do printmaking. What he does is he runs, I don't know what you really call them, these corporate workshops, where the corporation or the company hires him to run an event. And he does an event for sort of the team. They do like team building. I don't know what the name for these kind of things are. Team building events or whatever. And he does this with woodblock printmaking. The people in the team get in there, and he goes to their company and he takes a full set of stuff, boxes of tools and materials and all that kind of stuff. I guess they spend the afternoon or the better part of the day, whatever. He coaches them up in some ideas and stuff first. Then they get to it. They set a theme for the work, and all the prints and stuff have to match the theme. And everybody's working on a similar size piece of wood or lino that he's using. And they make their prints over the course of a few hours, and then they make a larger print. Everybody's print goes side to side. They put it on the table. The blocks go side to side. They roll ink all over it, and they make one big print made up of all the different pieces that people have made. You know? So it's kind of for team building. What are you going to do? Drop people in the jungle together, or drop them into a room and make woodblock prints? Which is more terrifying? I don't know. I should check back here. The paging. There is a problem with the paging in that the paging, the what's the word? The sort order is sorted by likes only. And if there's a bunch of stuff that hasn't got any likes, if it's all 0, 0, 0, 0, it's in random order. And there's a bug here. I found it last night. If you got the first 10 visible, and these are in random order, you go to the next 10, it doesn't actually work properly. So I'm going to have to sort the paging. So sort by likes first, and then do a secondary sort so that they stay in the same order. So what's happening right now is the ones that are off the sort ranking, if they all have 0 likes, or the ones with 1 like, they're coming in random order. So that is a bug. I do know about it. Thank you very much. Firefox not working? No idea. There's nothing browser dependent in there at all. Yeah, so you can add a caption for all 5, get 20 votes, but the big deal is this is not some kind of automatic thing where whoever gets 20 votes, I'm going to give him $1 million. I'm going to look at these things. We're asking for these votes to help the good stuff bubble to the top. And as it says on the prize pages there, if you'll see, I haven't even quite decided yet how to do the final awarding. It might not just be the automatic top 1 on each group. Maybe we'll take the top 3 or top 5, look at them, put them in a hat. So I should make this more clear. Maybe I'll need to make a rules page or something, or just to explain my thinking on stuff like that. So I'm not really worried about vote stuffing. If somebody stuffs it and tries to do something silly with 1 million votes, I'll just delete it from the database. I don't care. Yeah, that might be a better idea. How many votes you get for each submission and stuff like that. Yeah, good idea. Toss the ideas in, guys. I'll be thinking about all of them. Is there some security thing on the Firefox that causes this not to work? I don't know. You've got to have cookies turned on because that's how you get logged in and kept in. That's how you get remembered. Is Firefox too secure or something? I'll have to test it myself. I guess I don't have that browser here. I better get it and test it. I thought the days of cross-browser incompatibility were behind us. What's the caption here? What's this? Captions, whatever. How do you pronounce Tokyo Skytree like the natives? Nani? Tokyo is Tokyo. It's actually Tokyo, 4 syllables. Tokyo Skytree. I think that's close. Tokyo Skytree or Tsuri is better. Tokyo Skytree. I'm not a native speaker here. Tokyo Skytree. Tsuri. Like a native. Coming on. This is next one. There we go, sharpening time. Pop the tip off it there. There's a bit of metal in there. We should get this out first. It's not Sakai Tsuri, it's Sukai Tsuri. Not many more sharpenings left on this blade. Maybe you've seen it, it got pretty short now. Maybe 5 or 6 millimeters left, who knows. Yeah, I mean, an English name, of course, makes sense. They're looking for an international viewpoint for this, of course. They made the Tokyo Tower years ago, back in the 60s. Now it's a Skytree. Out in the regions, when, there's sort of constructions like this, they're nearly always a Japanese name. You'll have something called a Tembo Dai, or something like that. A tower that people look out to see some mountains or whatever, so. Out in the sticks, the names will be Japanese. But here in the middle of a capital city, you can't build something like this and give it a Japanese name that nobody would understand. In the old days, it's fine. You call something Sensoji, the Japanese name for it. There was no reason to make it with an English-sounding name. But in the modern time, of course, you have to do that. The newspapers, the last couple of days here, the newspapers and media and stuff have been full of one real story. The Olympic preparations have been coming along like crazy for the past few years. And yet the sort of announcement last week that the course for the Olympic marathon will be moved. The Olympic, I guess it was the Olympic Committee or something, or the International IOC, was that it? Whoever made the announcement. I guess they've been thinking that Tokyo is going to be too hot for the marathon, like nobody thought of this before. And suddenly there's been some kind of announcement made that they've decided, the Olympics have decided to take it away from Tokyo and move it to Hokkaido up north. Like, it sounds like a good idea. The problem is, and the Tokyo government went ballistic when they heard this, because they have spent, I don't know the number, $500 million or whatever, name a number, it's a huge number. They've resurfaced all the streets in the capital that are going to be used for the marathon course. And this has been done. They've resurfaced them with some kind of stuff that doesn't reflect heat up, so that the marathon runners will not be exposed to heat radiating from the pavement or whatever during their run next year. And this has been done, the whole course. They've spent millions, I mean hundreds of millions of dollars on this. They've got thousands of volunteers ready. The preparations have been going on for years. They're basically ready to run the marathon tomorrow. And now the Olympic Commission takes it away and sends it to another city, which is not prepared. And there's a crazy anger and fight and everything else going on in the background. The volunteers have been training, practicing their English. Okay, I think we're ready here. Sorry about this. This thing gets so rusty if I don't dry it off, It just starts getting rusty in minutes. Yeah, of course they know it's hot in August. And this is when the whole thing was awarded to Tokyo in the first place. This was part of the consideration, I mean, the Summer Olympics, no matter where you are, the Summer Olympics are in summer and it's always hot. So yeah, Tokyo's hot. They're talking about doing the Olympics, doing the marathon at 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff like this. That's been part of the discussion for years. This is not a new problem that suddenly somebody thought about. That's why I said this. The roads have been resurfaced, They've been working on this for years already, spending a fortune on it. the one in Doha, like who would do that?
I don't know.
Okay, back to nice shot. Like I said, I don't know how many more we're going to get out of this blade because it is now getting short. But whatever, we'll ride with it as long as we can. Yeah, the tree across the street got a real haircut today. Working our way down this thing, character by character. Somebody's sweeping up there. flipping back and forth here. Sorry, I'm missing most of what's going on here. Sorry. I haven't got much of this, I'm sorry. I'll go back through carefully at lunchtime. I'll have a look. Hopefully there'll be lots of comments about the caption website. Did it basically crash for everybody, or did it work for people? I don't know. I missed that part of the conversation. I'm sorry. Okay, what questions. Are the other Hake Adachi print sets made during the same time for the same print? I don't know, it's an open question. I don't know. Adachi has different web sets, and they've published many different sets of prints over the years, and there's no specific rule. A publisher like that's been going for a century. As they carve and publish something, as it sells, the blocks may wear down, and they have a decision to make. They either replace one of the blocks, or they recarve the whole set, or it goes out of print, or whatever. And there's no specific rule. I don't really know. I've collected bits and pieces of their stuff. The Edo Kinko stuff, we have 3 sets from Taisho, Showa. The Omi Hake set, I've just got 2 sets, one from just after the war and one recent one. So I don't have a full set of all of their stuff to know exactly what they published for everything during the years. So I can't really tell you. Also, in some of the sets, they put the sheets inside with the craftsmen's names, and they just let it run. A guy might retire, somebody else will come in, they're printing more of the set. They don't reprint all the ancillary material to go with it. So some of it's not accurate. What those information sheets, they're accurate, I guess, at the time the thing was first published. So I don't really know. Paper's out. You're asking me now at 8:50. Paper's out. Suga-san's already upstairs, and you're asking me now. I'll zoom. Yeah. I zoomed out for the sharpening. Okay. Sorry about that. What's the question? What kind of material under the block? It's a felt sheet. I want something slippery. Somebody's saying it's a non-slip. No. When we're printing, we use this stuff, non-slip. You don't want the block moving when you're printing. But me, because I'm an old-fashioned turkey here, I want this block to be able to rotate. So it's just a piece of cloth, that's all. Yes, me at the beginning, okay. All right. Anyway, the paper is out, 3 packs, one for Suga-san. She's finishing finally the Hero Rests today. And I'm a bit worried, it's been going on a bit too long. She's got 80 sheets of the Hero Rests. Ishikawa-san is doing her batch of test printing on the gift print. We've got tons of the gift prints up and ready now, but she's just starting her batch. She's batch D. Suga-san is batch C. Kawai-san is batch B, and H-san is batch A. And then what else is up there? Kawai-san's going to be in the shop for the morning, but he'll be printing up in the afternoon, so his paper is out. And Rei-chan, very dependable Rei-chan, she'll be here again. I forget what her paper sheet was. I don't know her paper pack. Look at this, my name in lights. Questions. Are you getting orders for the chrysanthemum print? We are still sold out. The orders are pouring in faster than we can make the prints. As I mentioned the other day, it hasn't been the total fabulous wildfire that the owl print was. It isn't selling at the same rate as the owl print, and it could be because it's more expensive. We had to put the price up. So that could be part of it. I don't know. Or maybe the image is not as attractive to the general public. A bunch of our fans like it, but maybe there are people out in the whole wide world there who don't find it all that attractive. I don't know. Anyways, it's going to be a bestseller for us. It's going very, very well. As I said, the kids can't even keep up with it yet. But it's not the dynamite thing that the owl was 2 years ago. this lettering, it's, just checking there against the original back and forth. Sometimes when it's a bit difficult to understand what's happening, take a look at a copy of the original here, and you can see there's really, really going to be differences, absolutely, in a couple of places, I've sort of fixed where he was careless, and yet I've introduced my own carelessness all over the place, so they're going to be different. And just here, this one, the original guy got his knife a little bit bad. He got a corner inside here where it should have been a smooth curve. So I was just looking at it, a bit strange. Why is there a corner? So I've rounded that out. But again, it's not that I'm better than him, just we've all got our own little quirks and movements. He moved very, 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 very fast to do his job. But if you took a magnified example of my printout when I'm done and his printout, there's little differences all over the place. In general, we're trying to stick to the shape of the letters, the taste, the feeling. But at a microscopic level, these things are totally different, of course. It's just, that's the name of the game with handwork. But we try and get a nice taste on these things. Like my God, he would have finished this in a couple of days, and I've spent months and months and months. It's embarrassing. The time here in Tokyo now, it's coming up to 9 o'clock in the morning. In a few minutes it'll be 9 a.m. Tokyo time, Saturday morning. I'm trying to figure out your time zones. There's no specific show and tell this morning. I'm sorry I didn't get anything ready for you. After the other day, my God, we don't need it for a few more days, right? That show and tell on Thursday was enough to keep us for a while. I know I've been showing the staff, of course, those prints, and we showed some of the visitors to the shop, the prints that I showed you on Thursday morning. And everybody's just like, what? What? And we're looking at it more carefully, and people can, they point out things that I hadn't noticed here and there. And there's lots of little carving quirks. And the guy was a master carver, but he sure rushed through it here and there. So there's lots of little quirks and pops and clicks, But what a level of work. It's just incredible. And that those things could survive so well. 100 years they've survived. They must have been out of town, absolutely. When we were doing that show and tell on Thursday, right, we were looking at those 36 prints. And near the end of the stream, just as we were getting ready to close down, the delivery driver showed up, remember? He dropped off another package. And I think Cameron said, should we open it? Should we open it? I said, no, we get enough. There's enough going on with this stuff. So, and I had mentioned what it was. I think I mentioned on the stream what it was. So that other package coming in was a bunch of mixed prints from reproduction sets published in the 1960s and or 70s, like these Adachi, Takamizawa, Yuyudo sets, whatever. And some dealer had come up with a bunch of these sets, and he had started selling them piece by piece. There was 5 sets inside, but they were broken sets, all that we got on our auction that came in the other day. And the dealer must have got these sets and started to sell what he thought were the good ones. So he picked this one, sold it, picked that one, sold it, picked another one, sold it. By the time he got to the bottom, and when we got the thing, it was a mixed, broken bunch of 5 sets. I think there was 3 left from one, 4 from another, 6 from another, and stuff like this. It was just a total grab bag. And it was all the stuff that he hadn't been able to sell. You know, it was the bottom of the barrel. And I hadn't bid much on it, because I knew what it was. You know, it was described well in the auction. I knew what it was, so I didn't bid much for it, and that's good because we didn't get much. So it's a good thing that I didn't show it to you, because there was some crap in there. My God, there was some crap in there. There was a few prints from Takamizawa at the end of their publishing career. I hope it's near the end of their publishing career. They were stamped on the back, the National Museum of Tokyo, or the National Museum in Tokyo. So they must have been the prints that were sold in the, what do you call it? Not the souvenir shop, you know, the shop in the museum. When you get to the end of the museum, there's always a shop selling stuff, you know. And Adachi, for years and years and years and years and years, decades, whatever, forever, has had the franchise for most of the major museums in Tokyo, because they publish, you know, many, many, many different kinds of reproductions. And Takamizawa must have had some in there as well at this point. So. But these were so bad. I guess we should actually pull it out and show it to you on one of the show and tell streams. It was just, it's embarrassing that such things were created, you know. And I suppose maybe we should start to keep some of that stuff as well as a kind of example. You know, here's where it was and there's where it got to, you know. Kira-san opened the package and she just looked at me and said, like, what is this? Why has my computer suddenly gone totally silent? The fans are off. Has it died? Testing, testing, testing. Are we okay? Looks up, looks online. We're still online. The thing has gone totally silent. My fan's just shut down. Down to 5% power. I see. Oh, never mind. Forgot to plug it in. Look at that. Streaming with 3 cameras and not plugged in. Okay, there we go. Did we have a glitch there? Yeah, the thing may have dropped. I'm sorry. So the sound is coming back to normal here. Yes, feed me, juice, juice, juice. Look at that, down to 5% power, running 3 cameras. That's not a great idea. Sorry about that. Caught it in time though, before it crashed. But interesting, your frame rate would change. So I guess the OS starts to starve programs of program cycles rather than just shutting down. It tries to do something sensible. Interesting. Separation. I see, I should have on there. This one's broken. Interesting. The master disk copy. There's supposed to be a line here. It's supposed to be continuous. Missing so much stream. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. Not sure. If I look at my screen here now, I've got a. I look at it. It's not so different, actually. You know, it's hard to tell. Look, the distance is different here. I'm seeing it at about not too different from what you're seeing, I guess, when we zoom in like this. So, yeah, it's about double size. Well, look at that. It's more than double size. I'll hold my finger up to the screen. But then again, I'm not sure what. Some of you people may be on an 80-inch wide monitor, so what can I say? I'm on a 15-inch monitor here. and my Twitch window is, my OBS window is on 2/3 of it, so it's really hard to compare. I did experiment with that years and years ago, back when I was living in Ome, before even internet days. I tried getting a video camera. Before I got the microscope, I was trying, my eyes were going bad. My eyes are still going bad. Before I had the microscope, I was trying to think of ways that I could magnify the work and see it. So what I did was I got a video camera on an arm, and I put it above my head, facing down onto the wood. Brother Baisan, good morning, good morning. And then I had a computer screen, and it was like a natural, one of those ones that's a TV set. What do they call them? A brown con? I forget what they call it. An actual TV monitor. I put it in front of me. So what I did, the block was down on the table, the video camera was on top of my head shooting down, and it showed the view magnified on the monitor in front of me. And I tried. I was carving on the block, and instead of looking down at the wood, I was looking at the monitor. And tried various systems of bringing the camera down. And the only way I could get it to work was if I brought the camera right down to the place like where my head would normally be, of course. Give me the same view. And then it's in the way of the monitor. So I put the monitor on the side. The camera's here. And I just couldn't get the three-dimensional feel of how it was supposed to work. I think if I had tried and stuck with it more, it might have worked. But I gave up soon and just put it away and thought, wow. And then later on I got this scope. But because this is a stereo scope, it works. I can see the stereo view. I've got the three-dimensional view of this thing going around all these corners and showing the depth. But the video monitor wasn't stereo. It was just a single view, kind of like what you guys are seeing. So I don't think I could do it with just one. I'd maybe need some kind of stereo camera. And then you'd need the headset showing in both eyes or something. I don't know how to do it. But you need your three dimensions. You need to see how far down you are. Kyou no tenki wa dou desu ka, Warabai-san? Ame?
今日は晴れです。
晴れ、そうか。
晴れ、曇りです。雨は降りません。
じゃあ、本当に秋になってまだ
秋になりました。
なりました。
なりました。
じゃあ今の台風は最後の台風か。
いや、どうでしょうか。なんか最近は、
で今までの台風の終わってからまた暖かい空気、暑い空気ですね。涼しい空気なんですよ。
なんかこの頃昔は秋だけだったけど最近はなんかいろんなタイミングで、
そう秋がないね、もう季節
ぐちゃぐちゃですね。おはようございます。
ああ、一緒。今6でしょ、季節6つになった。いや、よく話ありますね。in English, when I came to Japan and they said, David, you must understand, Japan doesn't have 4 seasons like the rest of the world. And people seriously told me, you guys have summer, autumn, winter, spring. It's different in Japan. We have 5 seasons. Because I would be asking people, why don't you insulate your houses? And they say, no, it's because we have 5 seasons. We have summer, autumn, winter, spring, and a rainy season. And if we insulate our houses, they will get mold and damp and blah, 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 like they never heard of ventilation. But I'm coming around to that way of thinking a bit more. There's 6 seasons here now. There's winter. We know about winter. It blends into spring bit by bit. Then spring goes into the rainy season, as we know here in the Kanto. Then the summer comes along. And summer used to slide into autumn, but now there's a specific typhoon season.
No.
And when typhoon season's gone, it's autumn for 15 minutes, and then we're into winter. So I think it's 6 seasons. When I was here before, typhoons were in the summertime. They were in August and stuff, typhoons. Now they're all coming in October and November. So I don't know.
Even in spring too.
Oh, there was respect, yeah. So I don't know. So anyway, we'll watch what's going on here. What time is it? 9:17. We'll keep going for a few minutes here. Oh, people showing up. And, that was Ishikawa-san a moment ago who went upstairs to do printing. This is Kawai-san opening the shutters here. Watabashi-san is already here. Is Mori-san coming today, do you know?
Yes.
Oh, good,
She's
okay.
coming.
So I don't have to do all the parties today myself. We've been really short-staffed, you know. On Wednesday I had to do all the parties. Yesterday I did 2 of them.
Yeah.
So many cancellations.
Already.
Yeah. There was 2 gone. On Wednesday, Evelyn and Audrey didn't show up. So I had to do all the parties on Wednesday. Okay, coming on, coming on. Let's keep going here.あ、そうか、わらばしさん。ここに、これ、Versus here、昨日の夜9時半ぐらい、もう10時頃、下のドアにトントントントントントンあったんです。僕もう寝る前ですけど、もうそろそろ。僕降りて、山田君。
山田君。はい。
持ってきたんです。本当に申し訳ない申し訳ない。ポケに入れて買い物終わったから帰っちゃったんですね。だから会計の時にこのデータなかった。レシートとかいろいろありますから。
はい、わかりました。
だから本当に昨日現金取ったかどうかわからないですね。
ああ、そうなんですね。
カーだけ払った。今あったんですか？夜
まだ今やってない。でもお釣りも何も入ってないから。
じゃあカーだけでかな。でもレシートが入ってるみたいですね。そうじゃあ、ノーショーンテル。
ドンキホーテ。ドンキ。
じゃあ、カードで払ったかな。
はい。
OK、good。はい。
じゃあ、もうこっち関係なくていいんですね。
かな？
はい。
でも、レシートはフードに入れて、はい。No show and tell today. We had that wonderful show and tell the other day on Thursday, and I can't top that right now. But again, to come back to where we started with, there's the new website up and running, and I guess there's lots of feedback on it here. I'd still like a lot of testing, please. So as much as you can, go and stress test that website. A couple of issues I know about. There's not enough explanation of how the likes work, clearly. And the paging needs to get better order. So things come up in the same order when you go to the next page. Okay, I got that. And then somebody said, what, doesn't work on Firefox? I don't know what I'm going to be able to do about that. There's not supposed to be any browser problems these days. Good morning. 今日パーティー満席かな。 昨日パーティーの中一回は講義やったんですが、結構うまくできた、そう客も私たちも結構うまくできたんです、
じゃあ
なんとか
徐々に
そう方法ありますから、もうちょっと練習すると
はい
誰もできますから。Yeah, whatever bugs, please. Bug test it, email, just let me know. Anything, please. Your Firefox and it worked fine for me. I mean, that's good. But John, whatever, said no, whatever. I mean, you're going to have cookies turned on, of course. The whole thing needs cookies to preserve who you are and to keep track of how many likes you've got and stuff like that. Anyway, any and all feedback appreciated. Thank you. And I don't know when I'm going to go live. It should go live really soon. The actual anniversary, the 5th year anniversary, did I mention it in the page? Probably not. It's November 1st. We opened on November 1st or October 31st late evening, 5 years ago. And what I was thinking with this contest is we'd open it soon now, run it for a couple of weeks, and rather than November 1st close it off, let it run a bit longer than that because we're too late now. And I think I put on the page that we're going to close it off November 11th, just my birthday, whatever, just for a convenient date to remember. Okay, there we go. There's another column down. Okay, we have one more column left. For those of you who know a little bit about Japanese, I've done this backwards, of course. I'm working literally right to left. But of course, this is working right to left. Now, the real book page, this corner, when you read it, it starts here. It says, Kodako, the small octopus. And then he starts his text here, running to the end of the print. And he finishes at the corner of the paper. So this one actually, he starts here. It's Kodako, starts talking here, blah, 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 blah. So I've carved this this week, backwards from the actual spoken order. It doesn't matter, of course, whatever. But we are almost there. A couple more sessions, it'll be cleared. Then I've got to clear around the outside. Then there'll be another quick batch of test printing. And as I told you, probably I'm going to have to carve another block for part of this because, let me see if I can find it and show you here. When I carved the extra hair block, let me zoom out a bit. Here's the key block for the print. This is fine, no problem with this one. Her hair is a straight mass. It's gray at this point with delicate hairs. There's an extra block over it, which has the darker hairs around her face, and then it's got slices cut out of it, which give, you can see in the original here, badly printed original, those slices cut out give, texture and shape to her hair. And the underlying gray block shows through. But when I've cut this one, I must have just been asleep at the wheel or whatever, because what happened was I cut those shapes a bit too wide. And on some of my test printing, see if I can find one here. Yeah, look at this. Some of the test printing, the shapes are too wide. And it makes it look like she's got gray hair. Now I've got to make a decision. We'll either have to go with this or cut a new block and close them up to the point they are in the original. I don't know. We'll make a decision on that later. We'll see. But we are finally, we're getting closer to the end of this thing. Okay, that'll do it for now, guys. It's Saturday morning here in Tokyo. I'll be off now for Sunday. I'll be back here Monday morning. Maybe carving the same little line of text, or maybe I'll be on another project which is about to bump. There's another project coming down the track which is going to hit me any minute now. I've got to get started on it, so it may bump this. Scratch, carve the borders, yeah, maybe, whatever, or just might make it look messy, I don't know, no idea. If I did that, there's no going back. Yeah, too, the underlayer. So that's why I say we need more testing, because if the underlayer was darker, then it wouldn't show much distraction of light and dark. And so what I might do is I might even carve a third block quickly to fit inside here to put a bit of a darker gray. So I can print the key lines super light, print this one, and then print a gray in the middle. Like those prints we saw yesterday in the show and tell on Thursday. They had an underneath gray between the two blocks. There was a light gray key block, a jet black block over top, and then a gray undertone between them. And I might do that for this. We'll see. Okay, I'm out of here. Thanks for the testing on the caption website. I hope there's lots and lots of feedback in it so far. And I'll see you again 2 days minus 90 minutes from now. Thanks very much for all the cooperation. Nice day out there. Blue sky. I haven't seen blue sky in weeks. Look at that. Blue.